Hi guys, my name is Moncat, and I'm going to be talking about NoFap and how it has affected me recently. The thing is, I'm no stranger to NoFap, and I've actually discovered NoFap since 2014, I think, or 2015. So it's been roughly 4 or 5 years, and I'm going to apologize in advance if sometimes I can't express myself the way I want to, since English isn't my first language. and and basically, the thing is, I've been on this journey for 4 or 5 years now, and I've I've been through, to be honest, I've been through a lot of relapses. I've the most I've done was 2 months. That was 3 years ago, and the most that I could do was, on average, I would go for 1 week only, 1 week or 2 weeks, and I would relapse and relapse. And I've been on this journey for so long, and that the reason I'm doing this video is because I've just I've tweaked something in the NoFap system, that I've been getting all of these positive things that I want to share with the community, with everyone out there who's interested in watching my video. Now, to all of you guys who don't know what NoFap is basically abstaining from orgasm, PMO, porn, masturbation, and orgasm, right? So you're basically stopping yourself from jacking off. That's it. And the reason you want to do this is, well, there's a myriad of reasons why you want to do this. First of all, it helps you conserve your sexual energy, which is the energy that's all around you. Number two is, there's this theory that that semen is 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 what contains all of your power as a masculine human being, as a man, as a sexual being, and retaining your semen makes you stronger. But the idea here is that you need to control your energies to transfer it into something much more productive, right? So that's basically it. But most of you guys who are watching this, you probably know it a little bit about NoFap. You're probably practicing it. You probably have been through a longer streak than I have. So that's all right. That's cool. But here's something that I'm going to share. I'm going to start this channel to document myself through what I call a hard monk mode. That's why I call myself Moncat. It's a interplay of words. It's monk mode, and I like cats in general, right? So whatever. Um, Recently, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I started with cigarettes. I used to smoke a lot. I'm from the Philippines, by the way, and right now I'm here in Australia. Back in the Philippines, I wouldn't really call myself a chain smoker like most of my friends are, but I do smoke. Once a day, there came a time I would smoke, what, 3, 4 cigarettes? That's not a lot in general, but that's still smoking, you know, more than the average person, I would say. 3 or 4 cigarettes, that's a lot. And over time, that builds up, and it's really bad for your body. But the thing is, 4 weeks ago, I stopped cold turkey, and so that's no nicotine. I started no nicotine, and the next thing that I did was I stopped drinking caffeine after this one day where I drank like 3 cups of black coffee, and the next day I was just really down and anxious, and I was just dead, and I had no energy whatsoever. And that's when I decided to stop drinking coffee. During that time, to be honest, I was still indulging in PMO, and I didn't expect that stopping smoking and stopping myself from drinking caffeine would create this cascading of positive effects, this waterfall of cascading effects that led me to starting NoFap again. Because last time I did NoFap, I reached until 30 days, and then I relapsed. That was January, I think, 2019, or was it February? Yeah, something like that. And so it's been 2 weeks since I've started my NoFap journey, and I call it hard mode since I've stopped drinking. I've stopped drinking caffeine. I've stopped smoking cigarettes, and I've stopped PMO. NoFap. Stop jerking off, wanking. No more. And I'd like to share with you guys what I've been experiencing recently. And I hope I don't come off as crazy or woo woo, but all of this is just anecdotal experiences coming from my own unique perspective. And I hope I inspire some of you guys to try this journey out for yourselves as well. Number one, I've been getting more attention from women for some reason in this, and also with homosexuals. I have nothing against gays. I have close friends who are gay people, right? But the thing is, recently when I stopped fapping, I've been getting more attention from the opposite sex, and also from homosexuals in general, which is very interesting. Which is very interesting, right? This doesn't happen usually because when you're jacking off, when you're on that time where you're always, you make it a habit, you have this aura of weakness. It's like you're taking something away, something precious away from your soul, and then people can pick up on that unconsciously, subconsciously. Women are intuitive people, and they can sense that sort of vibe from you. That's their mode of being. Women are intuitive. They're unconscious movers or operators of reality. Men are much more external. And so I think they can pick up on the fact that, oh, this guy is emanating sexual energy. This guy's interesting. What does he have to say? Right? And even more so with gay people. I think personally gay people are people, or males who are much more in tune with their anima, the feminine inside. That's why I think I've been getting a lot more attention from them. I was propositioned by my Uber driver, right? And that doesn't fucking happen, man. That doesn't happen. It happened last week, which is last Sunday actually. So that's interesting. So number one is more attention from people in general, and number two, more respect from other guys in general. At work, back then when I was still, when I was still enslaving myself from my sexual desires, I would frequently be teased or bullied at work by some of the other guys. But recently, when I started doing NoFap again, when I started monk mode in general, no calf, no nick, no alk, and NoFap, they've been much more, I wouldn't say submissive, but much more like, they wouldn't try to attack me the way guys do usually, like, hey, they're much more, they play it safe around me now. It's like I have this aura of, hey, I'm gonna attack you as well. I can defend myself from a caveman perspective. It's weird. There's this Turkish guy at work who usually teases me, but now he's like, he doesn't do it anymore, and he plays it safe with me. And when I try when I try to tease him as well, he just backs off, man. He just backs off, which is weird. So that's one thing. More attention from the opposite sex, from the feminine perspective. And number two is more respect from guys. And number three is synchronicity. Now, synchronicity is sort of like deja vu. I don't know, or it's something that was coined by Dr. Carl Jung. He's a psychologist, famous depth psychologist, and basically, how I'm gonna give you an example. For example, you're reading a book, and then in the book it says the blah 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 dove blah blah blah, and then right at that moment there's going to be a dove right in front of you, like It just flies. It just stops there right in front of you. What the hell is that? What a coincidence. Meaningful coincidence without any sort of causal connection with each other. It's just meaningful. Whoa. For example, there was this one time I was at this shit job bussing tables at this Chinese restaurant, and it was really shit. I was basically working 36 tables on my own, man, and that was just horrible. I would go home so tired, man, so tired, and then basically I just told myself while I was washing my hands, universe, God, deity, Allah, God, give me a sign, give me a sign. And so I went outside, and then when I looked to the left, first thing that I saw was a billboard, which wasn't there before, or I don't know, and it said, "Don't settle for less." What the fuck? What the fuck, right? It's interesting stuff. And so I left the job, and then what happened next is I got a better job at a catering company, which is cool. So synchronicity, respect from other guys, attention from other women, and number 4, which is really good, I've started going back to the gym. This is my 2nd month in the gym, right? And being on monk mode, I've found myself having more intense workouts. Like I could just bam, like how when you're inside the gym and some people are working out, like majority of them, 80% of them are just going through the motions. They don't really whatever, and they'd be listening to music, just whatever. That's not for me, man. When I'm on NoFap recently, I've just had more, I was just in the zone, like bam, bam, bam. And you want that, of course. You want to get bigger, and then you just leave the gym feeling much more euphoric. Wow, what was that? If you had those types of workouts day after day after day after day, what would you be 6 months from now? And that's something to consider, And I really do attribute this with NoFap and also the other stuff that I've started, which are interconnected and which, as I've said, cascade towards all other aspects of your life. So what's happening is, if you start this NoFap, if you stop smoking as well, if you stop drinking caffeine, all of these things add this plus 5% to let's say if you're playing an RPG, you get plus 5% in strength for this one, and then you get plus 2% for strength in this one, but also you get an added effect of having more energy, more stamina for this one. So you want to have a, what do you call this, you want to have a holistic approach. NoFap, it isn't just NoFap, it's a lifestyle that you need to cultivate. That's my theory, and that's why I'm so excited to do this video. It's because I've been in this journey for so long, and I've failed for so long that I've never really reaped a lot of rewards from it. And this is one of the few times that I've felt that, whoa, this is actually working. I mean, look, after 4 or 5 years, you have to think about that, man. So yeah. And one other thing that helped me in my NoFap journey is I'm much more motivated to succeed at life. Like, I have hope in general, I have faith, and I have control over my destiny. It feels empowering, and that can make the difference every day. Because I've been through depression, I've been through anxiety, and it just sucks. And you need to get all of your advantages as much as possible. You need to hoard it. You need to take what you can. Life is difficult. Life is suffering. It's tough. You gotta take care of yourself. And you're not doing yourself any favors by jacking off and then feeling so bad afterwards. It's so embarrassing. And I hope some other guy out there in the world sees this and you know, gets inspired to go on this journey as well. And expect more videos from me in the upcoming weeks, because I want this to be a sort of I want this to be a sort of reciprocal relationship where I'm going to be held accountable. I need to talk the talk, but also walk the walk. I'm serious about this journey, and I think creating this channel would help me achieve my goals. And by achieving my goals and sharing my experiences, I believe I can help other people as well. So it's a win-win situation, hitting two birds with one stone. And who doesn't want to help other people, right? So again, this is Moncat, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.